Let's talk to Law first.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my
Forever
old
and
man would have been
ever.
blown away by this view.
Yeah,
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done.
Yeah,
But no matter how much I play it back,
shouldn't have turned him in.
I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almeidrea. Was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
you're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like, I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Alright, Dohalim.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danon versus Renan. there is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
Okay, who's next? Ooh, bootylicious. Ooh, she's seasick.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving.
She's
How
blue.
can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niaz was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadime?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadime.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective, from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadime for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadime's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadime wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
Not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
She needs some space. Alright, who's next? Rinwell. Of course, leave Shion for last.
think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Pretty lonely. Hey, my livestock has reached maturity. Last but not least, Shion. What's up, girl?
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidrea's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its lake of death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
You getting all tingly?
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little.
So the mask is holding his memory?
Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Maybe one day we'll be more.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidrea. I'll ask Mahavar.
Alright, Chimahavar. The ship had a better head start than I first thought. If you want to take a nap before things pop off, now's the time. Alright, just go rest.
Look who's up. Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
Stern means ass.
That's the ship?
That ship
It's
is
huge.
fucking massive.
Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
No.
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear.
Great, a dragon.
Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almeidrea.
Do. Alright, party's back together.
I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
3 life bottles, dude? Nice.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
Fool.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almeidrea plans to do from here on out? Now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute... That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought it was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own. Yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Alright. This way.
Here! You're finished!
Searing flame!
Megasonic thrust!
Radiant
I'm
out of ammo!
Double demon fang! Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up. Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Out of our way!
Here I come! Bring him! Double demon fang! Take this! You're finished!
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
I see what it is! Support!
More for the
Good shot! It's over!
I'm all stocked up.
You're mine! It's over!
Here comes! Flame of fury! Burning!
Double demon fang! It's almost too strong!
Split it up!
Be my guest! It's over!
Piercing roar!
Double demon fang!
Gemini all do it! Ringwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
And what is this? What's this thing? It's just weird. Does it look like the one we ran into back in Ridville? Hold on, this one's actually made of astral energy. It might be one of Almeidrea's traps. Crap, so what do we do?
Got it.
If I manipulate the astral energy, I could get rid of it maybe. I'll just have to give it a shot. CP Spinnature.
That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too...
Let's dispose of the trash.
I'm not done!
Piercing roar!
In a bind?
Here I come!
Water! Here my God! Supernova! Let's now!
All yours, Kisara.
Now!
Go! And again!
Burn
This
it!
one's mine! Thunder Field! Photon Blade in the way! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Little bit of money. Actually, you know what? I didn't go this way. And we get tomato. That's an elevator, which is probably locked. Yep.
Seriously? Is this a joke? Watch for their ranged attacks.
Easy and scary to me. Yeah, and the bubble is to me.
Double demon fang! Take this! You're finished!
Hear me! I'm going! Burning strike! Water! Hear my call!
Double demon fang!
Crescent
You're mine!
Thunder Field!
Tiger Blade!
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse. Could have died. Ooh, hello.
I'll do my best!
Here I come!
I'm gone! Denied!
Take this! It's over!
Igneous! This one!
All mine!
Take my revenge on you!
We're not finished! Eternal devastation!
Freeze Lancer! Damn!
Dude, I was getting so close.
Take this!
Lock! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Getting toasty.
You're finished!
Raging
Lightning thrust!
Glacial Spear! Magic is over! Freeze Lancer!
Lunar Rondo!
Flame!
You're mine! Looks like we won.
Milk. I can't remember if I grabbed the ID grab. Did I grab what was back here? Yeah, I did.
Right, here goes! Now you'll learn!
Here's the evil.
Damn it! You're mine! You're finished! It's over!
They really don't give up, do they?
You got spirit! Eternal death!
Going
You're
in.
mine!
Celestial runner.
Severing wind! You're 50 on!
Get toasty.
Burn strike! My go!
Going in.
It's over!
I'm out of
You're mine! It's over! I'm not done!
By the power of
You're on! It's over!
on guard.
Here I come!
Here.
I'm practically unstoppable.
Ooh, they followed me in here, alright.
Lightning thrust!
Going in.
You're on!
I can read your moves like this one's mine. This one's mine.
You're finished! Double demon fang! You're mine!
Healing circle.
Astral arts?
That's my shield.
My shield? Shut him down!
Reload.
Nonsense! You're finished! You're mine! You're finished!
Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more! Onward and upward.
Ooh, a red guy.
Little help.
Here I come! It's over! Stop them! It's over!
There. One more. You'll pay for what you did.
Got you now! It's over! Be still! It's ready and raring!
This one's mine.
Damn it!
Tiger blade.
Eternal devastation!
Thunder beat.
Swallow blade!
Going in.
Demon fang! Be still!
In here.
Start up!
You're on.
Ignite! You won't make a fool of me!
This one's mine.
Try this!
Reload.
Infernal
Let me
current!
help. Crescent moon. First aid. Tiger blade.
In a bind?
Tempest. Mega ray.
Here I come!
I'm all set.
You're finished!
Annihilation. Mega ray.
I'll teach you respect! It's over, will ya?
I can carve through one.
Raging storm.
Take this! Double demon fang! Take this! You're finished!
Water. Raging cascade.
Take this!
Fierce evil.
Severing wind!
Tiger blade.
Mine!
Blazer.
You're finished!
Here, do it. Neon. Astral energy. Full throttle. Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Alright,
Never
elevator
seen anything
key.
like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from. This is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
One, two, three, four, five. 5 floors, alright. Can't go to floor 2, 3, or 4. That's cool. Key for everywhere. Alright.
Go no further. Where are you going?
You're finished!
This one's mine. Searing flame. Not on my watch. Reload. Tiger blade.
You're finished!
Stop.
Double
Do it.
demon fang! Heads up!
Now! Shield! Go for it! Prepare to crumble! My turn! Light astral energy!
Fucking hate these flying assholes.
I'm practically unstoppable.
Hello.
Hi, Hoodle! Here I come! You have fury! Ignite! Hear me! Fury!
You're finished! So much for talking it out. It's now you'll learn.
Denied! This one I never miss! Tiger Blade!
Oh, save you!
Damn it!
You're finished! In a bind?
Here, let me help!
Crush!
Here, let me help!
Double demon fang! Try harder! My turn!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out there.
I miss all the fun. No way.
I have no limits. You're mine!
You're off!
Megaphonic thrust! Astral Bite!
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Burn in hell! Here I
This
come!
one's mine!
Coming through! Ha! Mount! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing arc! First aid!
Strike! Be still! I'm not done! You're on!
Oh god.
Charging us!
That's what my shield
Dude.
is for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Water!
Here I come!
Raging
Eternal devastation!
In here!
Shit.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malita!
Here's a healing arc!
I'm not done!
One more!
Double demon fang! Eternal devastation!
Light up the dark!
Take this!
All right, let me
You're
out.
finished! Double demon
Healing
fang!
wall!
Severing wind! Here I come! Strike!
Radiant here! Arc field! Radiant here!
Try harder! My turn! Ruin!
Don't get in my way!
You're finished!
Look sharp! This one's mine!
Take this! Try harder!
Tiger
My
Blade!
turn!
Dance in the wind!
Strike! This one's all
Here!
mine!
Denied!
Here's a healing arc!
Take this!
On guard!
It's over!
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Yes,
Looks like
we
some solid
can.
equipment.
This looks nice and tough.
Alright. This is for you. Way better. And what else did I pick up? Did I pick up a magic emblem? I did. Ooh. Another chest. Lemon.
I won't forgive you!
I'm not done! Burn!
Hey there!
Here I come! It's
Heal
over!
for it!
Lightning thrust!
This one's mine!
Take this!
Hear me! Flame
It's
of
over!
fury!
Eternal
Raging dragon!
devastation!
Healer soul! Freeze lancer! Heal! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning glacial
Too
spear!
fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Radiant blast! Searing flame! Reload!
Dude, stop dodging, bro.
In a bind? You're mine! Swallow blade! Double demon fang! Eternal devastation! Take this! Severing wind! You're mine!
Nothing gets by me!
Demons descend!
Flashing fang! Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zoogles the Lemmings usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here. This is...
Well,
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
Out of my way!
The rebel!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Crazy lightning! Grid laser! I'll push you all! You think that shield will save you?
you got his attack off.
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Split it open! Be my guest!
Reload!
Double demon fang!
Downfall!
Slash! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! My turn!
Going in!
Do as I say! Burn it up! On the ground!
Raging Cascade! Annihilation!
Mirage!
Take this!
Magic is down!
We're not finished!
One's mine! In here!
Here I come! Double demon fang! No escape!
Flaming meteor!
Here I come! It's over! Double demon fang!
Astral energy! Lightning Denied!
You're finished! Here I come! Mirage!
This one's ready to rip! Charge malevolence!
On your knees!
Tiger blade!
It's over!
Freeze,
Double demon fang!
The enemy reveals ours too.
We'll soon see about that!
You picked the wrong fight! Wing!
Tiger blade!
Take this!
Do it!
It's over!
Now we're not...
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Nice!
Ooh. Armor breaker. Still not much. We can hold off.
I feel sprightlier than before.
Sprightly. Apparently I'm full of peach gels. And I am. Alright. Next elevator key. There's no way this equipment is part of the ship. There must be more experiments going on here. The hell is that noise? Oh shit. Zoogle in a cage. If it's not being sicked on intruders, maybe it's Almeidrea's pet or lab rat. The improved endurance experiment's success. Lord Almeidrea will be most pleased. The Lordship is rather taken with the Zoogle. The entire lab is almost fired over it.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Whoo! Alright, where's your friend? Probably this way.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large
Indubitably.
engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almeidrea sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almeidrea's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegus?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegus and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almeidrea may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? Ugh, my head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almeidrea.
Alright. Let's go this way first.
Out of our way!
Bring him down!
Dance in the wind!
I won't show you any mercy! Take this! It's over!
Fire support! Do it! Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
Big waterfall!
A comfortable win.
Alright, gotta use more orange gels.
Thus our strength yet grows.
Right, here goes! You got spirit! Eat this! Take down their defenses! Now you'll learn!
Flying free!
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! I'll be saving
Armor won't save you!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest! I'm not done! Double demon blast!
Flame of Fury! Tiger Blade! Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Don't get complacent.
More money.
Out of our way!
Take this! Stop now! You're mine! Take this! I'm going in! I owe you one! We're not finished! Take this! It's over!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I'll heal
My
you all!
turn! You're finished! Hey, there!
Evening smelling to me.
And bubbling to me!
On your knees!
Now you see what I can do!
Here I come! Win! Here I come! You're finished! Sparta! You're finished! It's total devastation! On your knees! Double demon blade! Mortal blade! Burn it out! Take this! You're finished!
Going in! Raging Cascade!
Double demon blade!
Where are you going? I'll be saving this
Bro, fucking die.
Take this!
Stardust! You're finished! You're mine! Megatonic blow! It's over! You're mine! It's total devastation! You're mine! What did you do? You're finished! Demon Fang! You're mine! You're finished! Double Demon Fang! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! I've been doing really great lately.
Alright. That opened a locked door. Your owl buddies are in here somewhere. It's probably in here. natural vest.
An opponent like this should be easy. I see one, eh? My shield? It's over.
Here's evil.
It's on.
Here's
We're not finished. Not today.
Make it rain.
Kisara, Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone.
My turn.
Going
It's
in.
over. Luna Rongo.
More for the
Starter.
Let the marksman handle
The waters
this.
are
This one's mine.
In here.
This one's mine. More for the now. That's it.
Take this.
Mega
Chill.
ray. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Alright, where's this damn owl? Owl, owl, owl. I hear you. You're in this room? There you are. Your butterfly wings.
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Alright. Ooh, I only have 1 CP. Let's put another orange gel.
I hoodle. Denied. Lightning rod.
Severing wind. Here I come. Crunch. You're finished.
Dance in the wind. Radiant. It's over. Photon. Here I come. Do it. Ringo. Frozen. Hammer.
My turn. Dazzle.
Lightning orb.
It's over.
Raging cat.
You're on.
Going in. I'm out.
You're finished. Double demon fang.
Freeze. Power of war.
This one's all mine.
Mega ray.
Burn.
Tiger blade. Use a healing orb. Lightning orb.
Double demon. My turn. I owe you one.
Crescent moon.
You're finished. You're mine. You're finished.
Yeah, are you guys gonna attack or just me? Jesus Christ.
It's over.
This one's mine. Do it.
Chill.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Won't save you. My shield. Double demon fang.
You think big trouble? Fire support! Their arms were interrupted.
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Got him right before.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Alright. Makes up for that light bottle out of fucking spin. I really don't want to fight you. Just go around the outside first. I really don't want to fight that chameleon guy, but we're gonna have to. Elixir, huh? Alright, let's do this. And it's a red guy too? Shit.
It can hide itself?
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. Not a chance.
Going in!
No escape!
Stand in the wind! I can't heal you forever!
Strike! Slash! Double demon fang!
Flame of fury!
Double demon fang!
Lightning meteor! Here's evil!
Double demon fang!
Thunder field!
Take this! Double demon fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Here I come! Crossback! Try harder! My turn!
I never miss!
It's over!
In here!
Ignite!
I'll be here! Let me help!
Denied!
First aid!
You're
Arc
finished!
field! Denied! Heal force!
Here I come!
Dude, stat
Try not a chance!
glitching everywhere, bitch.
Thanks, Kisara.
Yeah! You're off!
I'm not feeling so great. Here I come!
One more! Take a break!
Energy! Dance in the wind!
This one's mine!
Here I come! Megasonic thrust! Double demon fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! You're mine! It's over! I'll smash you! It's this it?
Come on!
Can't get out!
Ah, son of a bitch. Dude, who used an item?
Taking too many hits!
Dude, stop using items, bro. Let me fucking
That's a bad idea!
raise myself.
More where that came from! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn! Back, will ya?
This one's mine! An outstanding!
Here I come!
This one's mine!
Severing wing!
More precision spear! Here's evil!
Do as I say! Double demon fang!
Freeze blade! Lightning orb! More with that
Take it!
blade!
It's
Radiant
on!
light!
Looks up!
You're mine!
Up!
Thunder field!
Double demon!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
They've really got us on the run.
Jesus.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
I don't want to. There's gotta be a healing place somewhere first.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
Coward. But no.
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking.